You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. Not even thinking that we would realize criticized. We could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the Lord. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Thank you, make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up for judgment day. Just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. We like the Israelites did it. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go this way.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with a dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that they care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So we got up one morning, independence happening, they think the thing come easy, now they're taking liberty. But if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? Lord Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me brother, cover me sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the unbeliever. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who have the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you that there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out of the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You've got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, The other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get to falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. And the comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose. And when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it, because they never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, they will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody. Oh, if he ever sent anybody into your life to help you, you ought to just clap your hands and thank him for the people he sent. Don't worry about the people he took. You ought to praise him for the people he sent. Tell somebody, say, somebody help me. I didn't get here by myself. Somebody helped me to get here. Somebody taught me how to stand. Somebody got me behind the gates. Somebody taught me the protocol of the palace. Somebody encouraged me when I felt like dropping out of school. Somebody helped me when my back was up against the wall. Somebody mentored me when I was going through a divorce. Somebody helped me when I was going through a crisis. God is so faithful that he will never leave himself without a witness. He will send somebody.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me. Cover me.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZY 95.9 FM listen. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walshed, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know, that's how we start the thing. That's the one and only, the man himself. Right here, Dr. Love, Rani Muhammad. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we always tell you it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You wear a purple t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, an orange t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatania, Xenarania, Sonaranias. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And let me bring in my partner, the man himself, the one and only, the well-known man in Trinidad and Tobago, better known as Uncle Tommy Boy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, Walls. How you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, today's a splendid Thursday. You know, today's a holiday for us. It didn't feel like a holiday, though.
No, it didn't.
It didn't feel like a holiday at all. It feel like a normal day. You know what I mean? Well, we didn't do much. We didn't do nothing really, you know.
Well, with the weather being inclement too, there's only so much people can do.
Yeah, correct is right, you know. Correct is right. Isn't much you could do, you know. So I just, what I did, I relax all day, you know, quiet day, you know, and that's about it. You know what I mean? You know, they were supposed to have a cricket. You know, just have Strictly Noise, just have a cricket.
Yeah.
All cricket thing now.
Yeah.
I was waiting because I would have got and score 100, but he postponed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the
So,
weather ain't too kosher.
yeah, I would have got and score easy 100, but the fellas and them say, all right. I say, okay, okay. All right. Hey, things back to normal. But Takesha was first in the village. Good night,
That's
everyone. Yeah, Takesha, Anselm, and Tommy, good night.
good
Hey,
night, Kish. Mean Gene.
yeah, boy. Like, I know, boy. Or you know why? I think because it's a holiday, that's why he could come in early because I think on holidays, his wife does be sympathetic to him and allow him a little more leeway. You know, I feel so. Yeah, I think so. Me and Jean, good evening, Wall Street and Tommy. Yeah, Bijram, welcome. Let me see what Bijram having. Good day, Walls and Uncle Tommy. All listeners today, special shrimp fried rice. Shrimp fried rice. Oh, okay. Bijram, you catch them shrimp yourself or what? Highly welcome.
Or if you catch them in the fishing pond river, they say
You- them them swimming there, swimming there. Huh?
some fishing pond. Maybe in the pond, you catch it.
You know, maybe you raising shrimp, you know. You could raise shrimp.
I don't know. I don't know of any. Maybe people do.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody does raise shrimp. You
Yes,
know,
somebody told me that yes,
you could raise shrimp.
that they are farm that people farm shrimps. Somebody told me that before.
So what you gotta do, like get a male and a female.
Ah,
So Eh, if you if you're raising them, you're trying for them to procreate, right? You're trying for them to, extend the family, right? So you could get more shrimps to sell, you
yep,
know?
you guess shrimps.
Shrimps. Yeah, you get shrimps. Yeah, so Tommy, how does shrimps procreate? How do they um
I don't
you
know.
know
How do they multiply?
yeah, how do they multiply?
Let me see if I can figure that out. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
nowadays, we have Google. Everything we can Google.
yeah. So folks, while Tommy is Googling it, maybe Bijra might know because he's from Fishing Pond. You know what I mean? And he might have some shrimps that he raising, you know?
How do shrimps multiply?
Blessings and love. I at least say
USDA Forest
yeah,
Service. Mating occurs with the male at a right angle to the female, transferring a spermatophore to a specialized receptacle on the female's abdomen. 6 to 20 hours after mating, the female begins to produce a large quantity of eggs, which she carries under her abdomen.
Okay,
okay.
male and female. Female carry the large quantity of eggs.
So Tommy, I was kind of right. That would be a male and a female.
Has to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. So I'm wondering how the male does know the one is a female, but you gotta get different try. You know what I mean?
Well, the same way you know that your spouse is a female,
Them know too.
all the species have their way of knowing everything about each other.
Okay. All right. Capitan says, Stalin, boy, where do we find we gone? That's that
Mm.
song by Stalin, right? Matilda, welcome. Uncle Tommy on Wall Street, good night.
Good night, Matilda.
Rose, welcome. Another one on the originals. Rose,
Yep.
welcome back, Rose. How you doing?
Welcome back to the Village Rose.
You
Long
know you're
time.
busy.
Oh,
I had to say Rose about a 25-acre land down in the country somewhere.
oh yeah?
Yeah, you didn't know that? I would have said.
You couldn't help her work it?
Nah, Rose already has she workers, man. Rose could manage. Yeah. Capitan said Fitzgerald said police should be tall. So when the police is policing on a crowd, he can see over the crowd. Capitan, when Phil Joel Hines say that? When he said that? When he said that? I don't I don't think that's what he meant. But to me, did Nagai take the police to court because they say he couldn't be a police because he wasn't the right height? Wasn't there something to that, to that effect? Eh?
That doesn't surprise me.
You all remember that? Somebody, a fella, there was some kind of case with somebody, either he was too short or something. Yeah? Something happened. Tommy, you know what? I'm gonna try something. I was communicating with Roger Alexander yesterday when he was in the program. And all of a sudden he stopped communicating with me because I asked him about. Tommy, you know, tonight is the launch of the Star. Is it the Star? The internal election.
You're talking about UNC.
Yeah. I think it's this Star group because excuse me, yesterday was the United Patriots. Let me see if Alexander go pick up his phone by. As I said, I was communicating with him yesterday. Oh God, again, some things are the same. More people outside and inside, Tommy.
At the UNCs?
Yeah. Look, the send me one of pictures here. Even send me a video here. Let me see this video on.
The lives of our people when the UNC was in government, and between 2010 and 2015, there was unprecedented and unparalleled development under the government of Prime Minister Kamala Persad. My brothers and sisters,
I wonder where Kingsley is.
Somewhere there.
Let me call COP and see COP. Let me see COP there. Let me call COP.
I doubt he did.
You feel, eh? Nah, COP might be there, man. COPs are big. Here we go. I only hope you expose COP to see now in the party thing. You know? Tommy, look your partner say all creators on earth can identify the opposite sex.
True.
I agree. No, that's not true.
No.
What about if you are a homosexual?
That's not natural occurrence. That's already known.
But I know what you said. You say all creators on earth can identify the opposite sex.
Well, even if you're homosexual, the opposite sex is not it's that same sex.
So you can identify them.
Yeah, opposite sex is opposite sex. Same sex is something different.
I think that's the first time you get something right.
You think so?
Yeah. I think so. What do you think?
I had to think. I really had to think about it.
What do you mean you gotta think about it?
Well, yeah, so what I think, so I tell you how to think about it.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Basically, I'm saying you can do an ultrasound. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if Anderson in the place. Let me call Anderson. fellas ain't picking up their phone, but
They can't pick up with all that noise in the background. They can't even hear the phone ringing.
you could go outside and pick up the phone, man.
We can't even hear the phone ringing.
And we might be exposing them fellas because they mightn't be there. You know what I mean?
True.
So that is two UNC big activists in picking up the phone.
For two.
Go for two. All right, let me call Sergeant Alexander, see if he go pick up the phone. What is this? Senior Superintendent, right? That's what it is, right? Senior Superintendent?
I think so.
So, folks, we call him Senior Superintendent Roger Alexander. Told me at one time people used to pick up the phone like crazy, boy. People ain't picking up the phone no more, boy. What happened, boy? Like, are we in check, boy? So under surveillance.
Yeah, that was in the spam folder.
Yeah, okay. But Tommy, you hear the controversy with respect to the MP for Toko Sandy Grande, Roger Monroe, right?
Monroe, yeah.
With respect to the $750,000 in rent from the government, right? 750,000 or so. Tommy boy, you know, politicians just really take people for fools, eh? And
well, they somehow they believe they're above. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when we come back, we are going to prove to people why politicians just take people for fools. You all don't want to miss this. When we come back, we have proof why yesterday is yesterday and today is today, and politicians just take us for fools. Renrick, welcome. You know, and so Tommy, I called a radio program today in Trinidad, and the host hung up on me. Right? And I find Tommy that when you allow certain things to happen, you see the way how you deal with little things, Tommy, is how you go deal with large things.
True.
In my estimation, if a host on a radio station, unless that person is disrespectful, that person shouldn't be allowed just to hang up on somebody because you don't want to hear his views, because his views is different from the views you are trying to let your listeners believe. Right? I just feel that, common courtesy is important. Absolutely. When you are on the air.
Who was it that hung up on you?
Daily cry baby voice.
You even wasting your time with that Neanderthal. I wouldn't even waste my time with that.
You know what it is, Tommy? I hear you, but I feel that I need to go into the belly of the beast and deal with them.
Yeah, but it's a certain caliber of listeners who gives him the time of day.
Well, that's true too.
Don't put yourself in that category to even acknowledge his programming or whatever you call it.
So you don't think I should give him another opportunity to correct his shortcomings?
No, just move on.
All right, okay. Video welcome. All right. I'm gonna follow your instructions. I ain't go waste my time to try to call him again, because I did stop calling them, you know.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
But when I listen to what they just have to say sometimes, you know, others.
Yeah, the fact that you letting it get under your skin.
No, it's not getting under my skin, you know. I believe that a radio station should allow diverse opinions on the radio.
I fully agree. Remember last night I was talking about my humble opinion as far as the Fourth Estate is concerned in Trinidad.
Yeah.
I really do believe that Fourth Estate has failed miserably. Failed in population.
But Tommy, where are the people in authority who's supposed to be?
That's why the Fourth Estate it's failing.
So Tommy, your boy agree with you. Tommy is right. Why are you still calling? You know? Yeah. I just feel that if I stop calling, I believe they are victorious.
Yeah, I disagree. I think calling is validating their foolishness.
Okay. All right. I hear you. So it's something I have to think about. You know?
Because when you really think about it, to listen to them is just for entertainment purposes only.
Well, I agree with you. I say too, to be honest with you. I say when I listen to them, I was only use 5% of my brain.
That's why I said they listen to them as entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Because you can't really learn anything from them.
Correct is right. I agree.
Or you may learn what not to.
Correct is right. But Tori, I want to play a video that have absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it's just some information that's very interesting. So folks, take a listen to this.
Stores that are closing in 2024. Closing all 540 remaining stores after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Family Dollar is closing 600 stores in the first half of the year. Party City is closing all 45 of their remaining stores. CVS is closing 900 stores by the end of the year. Foot Locker is closing a total of 400 stores in underperforming mall locations. Closing all 360 remaining stores after filing for bankruptcy. Christmas Tree Shops is closing all 73 of its remaining stores. Rite Aid has already closed 231 locations this year. Best Buy are closing 15 of their locations. Closing all stores as part of a shift to online retail. Closing all 371 locations makes sense considering the economy. Express closes 95 of its stores as part of its bankruptcy restructuring. Walgreens is closing 150 stores by August. H&M is planning to close 240 stores globally, closing 50 stores in 2024 and potentially more if they don't find a buyer. The discount retailer has closed all of its nearly 200 stores following its bankruptcy filing. Stores that are closing in 2024 Part 2. 7-Eleven is planning to close 150 locations due to economic pressures. Those are closing 51 of their locations due to underperformance. Radio Shack is closing over 1,000 locations, leaving only about 400 left. Sam's Club is closing 63 locations by the end of the year. Target is closing 9 locations across the U.S. due to theft. Gap is closing 350 of its 400 locations by the end of the year. Macy's plans to close 50 stores by the end of the year and 150 more by 2026. Forever 21 plans to close 111 locations. Toys R Us is closing 200 locations in 2024. Sears are closing 20 more locations, leaving only 11 left. JCPenney's is closing 154 locations by the end of 2024. GNC is closing 900 of their 2,200 locations. Claire's is closing 130 locations in 2024. PacSun is closing 100 locations, leaving only 225 left. So sad seeing all our childhood stores disappear.
Isn't that interesting, Tommy Boy?
Yeah, you see, virtual stores are gonna take precedence.
So maybe in Trinidad and Tobago, whoever the idea of a virtual store, maybe just now Price Club and all of them people and them. But Tommy, you see, delivery in Trinidad at this point in time, I don't know if you want to have to physically deliver anything. You know what I mean?
Maybe in a place like Trinidad, when you open a virtual store, you have to hire a bunch of delivery personnel.
A bunch of what personnel?
Delivery persons.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that could you know Trinidadian already? In this country, just call them tricky Dadians. You know, they might order something, and next thing you know, when you reach, they stick you up. You know what I'm saying?
You think? Because see, they stick up the delivery man.
No, the delivery man, I'm saying. That's the person I'm talking about. The person who's delivering the product. You know, Tommy, you know Uber left Trinidad and Tobago, right?
That's what I heard.
You know at one time Uber was in Trinidad?
For a brief stint, no?
No, I don't think Uber is in Trinidad anymore.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a brief stint they were there for.
Yes. I don't know if any company has replaced Uber.
But I think there's some sort of rideshare arrangement going on, and I'm not sure if it's what they call it. Let me see.
So why did Uber fail in Trinidad?
Let me see something.
Yeah, let me see if I could do that. While you do this, why did Uber fail in Trinidad and Tobago? I mean, in this country and many other countries, Uber is pretty big.
Uber has grown.
Let me see, folks. So we're trying to figure out why did Uber
what rideshare operation
leave Trinidad and
Tobago at this time?
Okay, let me see. Why did Uber leave Trinidad and Tobago? Uber leave Trinidad.
TT rideshare. There's a rideshare company called TT Rideshare.
Or TT Rideshare?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you could call them and they have an app. Do they have an app?
What I'm seeing here, Loop Trinidad and Tobago says there are 5 ride-sharing alternatives to Uber in Trinidad and Tobago. In Trinidad.
Okay, here it is.
Drop, Pink Cab, Ride Connect TT.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to discuss. Well, let me do it right now. Uber ceased operation in Trinidad and Tobago for several reasons. According to Uber's statement, they believe there was a lack of proper environment for innovation and technology to thrive in the country. Wow. Lack of proper environment for innovation and technology to thrive in the country. This decision came after Uber have been operating there for about a year and a half. Here are some key factors that contributed to their departure. Low credit card usage. The credit card penetration in Trinidad and Tobago was roughly 20% of the adult population, which limited the potential customer base for Uber services. Higher costs. While Uber allowed cash payments, the cost of using Uber was significantly higher compared to local route or shared taxis, making it less feasible for daily use by many potential customers. Oh my God. Number 3, high crime. There were incidents where Uber drivers were targeted for robbery, culminating in the tragic murder of an Uber driver, which raised serious safety concerns. Legal issues. Uber was operating in a legal gray area as private vehicles were not allowed to operate as taxis according to local law. There were also unresolved issues regarding insurance coverage for drivers and passengers and the taxation structure. These challenges, combined with the tragic incident involving an Uber driver, led to Uber's decision to pause its operation in Trinidad and Tobago. You see, a common theme there, crime. Common theme. So folks, we're going to go for a quick station identification. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back after this break. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing, good for nothing. Too much a good thing, never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up with PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost their hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring my bell, wake up Eric Williams, tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring my bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks, tell she to cast a spell on we party, but it's not what it used to be. I ring my bell, ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. I ring my bell, ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. This thing is becoming out of hand. It's time this damn nonsense stop. If you don't sing a PNM song, from Skinner Park you'll be dropped. Calypsonian could have sing what they want. We were the spokesman for the people. Eric Duffy, Chambers Dunphy, when Kamala drunk how she like to pee. Calypsonian no, that's no way to go. Too much happening in we country. All this killing spree, young woman body, but only about PNM you could sing. All them songs playing on the radio, all you singing with Kamala do. But when PNM do a wrong thing, I ain't hearing a word from you. I want to ring my bell, wake up Mother Carcel. Every Monday she preach on Wack Radio and is the biggest critic of Calypso. Ring my bell, for Patsy and Joni. I want them two cultural lovers to know not only PNM song is Calypso. I ring my bell, ring my bell, I ring my bell down there. I I ring the bell, ring the bell. I ring the bell down there. Crime will never stop in this country once black people belly empty. How could a man work in CPEP maintain his whole family? All you say the past regime was so bad, so much wrong thing they done to we. Now that PNM take over, why poor people going hungry? When PNM win, all African grin. Now we get back we country. All they doing is complaining and yet doing nothing for we. The mess already made, don't sit in the shade and ponder on we problem. Get off your ass and do it fast and find a way to solve them. I want to ring my bell, wake up Randolph Burrows. Tell him among all past police commissioners up to now is he I prefer. Ring my bell, wake up the Lord Bryna. Tell him the state of Calypso today is a good thing he passed away. Yeah, yeah. If I have no rights to privacy, well, it's best I take off my clothes. Please apologize, Mr. AG, for uttering those silly words. When Munila say, hush your stink mouth, the whole country come down on heat. Nobody tell him but nothing for calling a man stupidity. Please don't get me wrong, I am PNM strong. I will stand defend my party. But when my pocket dry and empty, everyone is my enemy. All you take with Carnival Village, no Calypsonian can make a cent. Great is the PNM, I go sing that and pay my rent. Ring my bell. We're gonna take down this one. I wanna hear this. So much of educated black people that was born here in this island, because lack of opportunity migrated to a foreign land. When I was small, in every school hall, Eric Williams face you could see. Now every 5 years a new PNM, you can't identify nobody. When UNC was there, Barack Podebe, they take care of their people. Why you can't do the same thing and stop African from seeing trouble? PNM come and PNM go, it's the same plight of my people. Stop suffering the poor man and make it more young bandit here in this land.
Imagine what they will do in big things.
I want to send a message to Black Stalin. It have some people that need burning. With honest people, you know where you stand, but not so with deceitful ones. For them, black is white and last could be first. About the truth, they couldn't care less. What was wrong for them yesterday, now 10 times worse, they have nothing to say. For everything they was complaining, now their silence is deafening. So Black Stalin, now to you I turn. Them deceitful people must burn. Rowley shut down Petro train, they say not a word. fire to burn them. No foreign exchange there yet to be heard. Fire to burn them. In 6 times he raised the gas price. When we was producing it, they had it nice. But this protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC did do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them deceitful men and women. What is right and wrong is wrong, whether it is spoken or put in song. Those who fear the truth, them hypocrite, will always hate the people who speak in it. There's 5 and 6 murders every day, with bullets and bloodshed everywhere. People are living in gripping fear, while the police tell you to pray. And the only reason you're still alive is nobody ready to take your life. For the right price, you could be history. That is where crime reaches straight. And now is arm home invasion from them, not our word. Fire to burn them. Daily drive-by killings, they yet to be heard. Fire to burn them. People charged with murder could escape jail, cause under the B&M they will get bail. But this protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them instead of deceitful B&M. People losing jobs every day, while there's more taxes we have to pay. But all them snake in the Balizé, not one word you would hear them say. And food prices going up daily, you can't buy food for your family, while government live in luxury. Inflation strangling everybody. And for the sick and the elderly, they can't buy drugs in the pharmacy. But there's none so blind, the Bible tell me, than those who have eyes and refuse to see. Now it's property tax, they're very quiet. Fire to burn them. Increase light bill, they're very silent. Fire to burn them. Them but boasting how they quiet, because it's B&M they wouldn't riot. But it's protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them, time to burn out the B&M.
No audio.
And of course, we are back at you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, you on WZY 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And don't forget, folks, share the live, share the live, share the live. WZY 95.9 FM on Facebook and Twitter, now known as X. WZY TV and YouTube. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509.
There you go. And you could also send us your voice notes. Albert Montano, welcome. Albert Montano says, Fitzgerald Hines is living in a palace on top of a hill in Maraval, and he's not a good lawyer. Bisram, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. I want to give you a question there. I know if you could be able to answer it, right?
All right.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Why people don't say uncle again?
You want to say uncle?
In this country. Huh?
That's a good question, boy.
You could answer me that?
Nah, I can't answer. I know.
You can't answer. You can't answer me.
No, I think
about 50% of the people them is uncle again.
I think you could answer that.
If you fact check it, you could tell me.
No, I think you could answer that better than me, Bisham.
You want me to answer it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You could spell uncle.
UNCLE, yeah. UNC.
What you get there?
Oh. All right, Bisham.
So, all right.
Oh God, Bisham good. UNC, they ain't calling the uncle again because it had UNC in it. Oh God. Yeah, Bijam, yeah. Nobody asking questions because he's a PNM. If he was UNC, there'd have been plenty noise. Where you get that money? Listen, you know, all in all, these things go in Trinidad and Tobago. But Tommy, I talked about something before, and let me see if I could put this on the screen here. Here we go. Let me see if I could put that on the screen. No, that's not what I want on the screen. Okay, all these things showing up here, man. Let's see if I get rid of that. Okay. I don't know how I can't maximize the screen here. But anyway, so folks, there is a article in the Express on May 26, 2024, titled MP paid 750 million by government ministries. And I'm going somewhere with this, right? This is a WZYE investigation. Okay? Toko Sandy Grande MP Roger Monroe. And I'm going to read from the article. When the Auditor General queried all government ministries about tax dollars paid in 2023 to sitting parliamentarians, excluding salaries, only the National Security Ministry responded. All right, let me expand that. Well, let's see all them commercial kind of thing. It disclosed a payment of just over 225,000 in rent to Member of Parliament for Toko Sandy Grande, Roger Monroe. However, an investigation by the Auditor General uncovered that both the Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue Division, and the Ministry of Agriculture had together paid an additional $527,000 in rent to Monroe, which they did not report. So I'm rounding it off, folks. In total, Monroe received $752,405.96 in rental income from the state last year, according to the Auditor General's report. However, in a telephone interview with the Sunday Express, Monroe yesterday insisted that the rental payments were entirely legitimate and predated his tenure as a parliamentarian. Furthermore, he expressed his belief that the rental income he receives from the state falls short of what he should be rightfully earning. On Friday, Finance Minister Colm Imbert said laid Auditor General Jayawanthy Ramdas' controversial 2023 financial report in Parliament. And then it gives you chapter 5. I want to read all of that, right? The auditor's report stated that only the Ministry of National Security responded, indicating that Monroe have been paid $225,378.48 for rental property. Responses from Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue Division, and Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries both reported a nil return, it stated. Right? So you ain't got no money.
Right.
It stated that despite this, an audit examination revealed $310,500 from the Ministry of Finance, Inland Revenue Division, and $216,527.48 from the Agriculture Ministry in rent paid to Monroe. According to the Auditor General's report, a total of $752,405 $405.96 of public money was paid to members of parliament in 2023, all of which was made to Monroe for the rental of property. Monroe responds. Contacted for comment, Monroe said that while he has not yet had a chance to review the Auditor General's report, all the rental payments made to him were above board. When read, this is how they say, when read the report and the concerns raised by the Auditor General, Monroe said, I am not anyway dealing with preparing or presenting records as such. That is something I'm aware of from my end, so I really can't make a comment on the matter. Monroe said years before his grandfather, Percy Thomas, passed away in 2015, he had put 5 of his Sangre Grande properties in his Monroe's name. He added that he had been renting 3 of these properties to the state, including the former People's Partnership Administration, from 2010 to 2015. Monroe became MP for Toco Sangre Grande for the People's National Movement following the 2020 general election, defeating the United National Congress candidate, Nabila Green, by more than 3,000 votes. Making it seem as if I became elected in 2020 and 3 mysterious buildings were just erected and the government picked up residents there to give me some favor is a bit unfair for me, Monroe said. Sangre Grande people and environs who know about me and my family history will not really take into any consideration. I have never denied anything. What I am saying is that this has been in existence predated before I became a member of parliament. Asked what you will say to those concerned about the rental payments to a sitting MV, Monroe said, I will ask them to think about the situation properly. All persons who offer themselves for public service because they believe they could make some changes or bring betterment to an area, especially a constituency like Toco Sangre Grande, where I'm from. I have been involved in Toco Sangre Grande affairs in many different ways through business and made myself available for service. So we are going to stop there because the other stuff is. Now, Tommy, let me ask you a question, right? You don't find anything nefarious, sort of, nothing like anything like, under the table or anything like that, right?
So far.
But Tommy, it is interesting, right? Let me, you guys listen to this now. It's interesting, eh? I will tell people this, eh? You cannot, well, not you cannot. You should not always take things on face value or what you hear, right? Sometimes you have to dig a little more.
That's right.
And I am into digging because of my 23 years of working at the New York Stock Exchange, right? When we go to, I used to use an analogy, Tommy. If I go to a company and they send this and they send me to look for live bodies and I see a dead body in the corner, should I ignore it?
Nope.
Correct is right. But they used to tell me, well, Sam, they didn't send you there to look for dead bodies. You went there to look for live bodies. I say, well, it will be unconscionable of me to looking for live bodies and I see a dead body and I just ignore it. But folks, let's go back to 2020 and an article in the Trinidad Guardian. Take a listen to this. It was a long one, so I rather you guys listen to the audio. Listen to this audio.
Monroe, I did nothing wrong. In a Guardian article dated July 20, 2020 by Shaliza Hassan Ali, PNM candidate for the Toco Sangre Grande constituency, Roger Monroe is promising to sever all business transactions as a landlord once he is successful in the August 10 general election. PNM candidate for the Toco Sangre Grande constituency Roger Monroe shows a deed. Although he has been renting 3 properties to the state for the past 5 years, People's National Movement, PNM, candidate for Toko Sangre Grande Roger Monroe is promising to sever all business transactions as a landlord once he is successful in the August 10th general election. Monroe, 33, gave the commitment.
Tommy, what was that?
He's going to sever all rental once he becomes all talk.
What does that mean, Tommy? Sometimes I doesn't understand fully what that means. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's straight up and down. He said once he becomes elected that he's going to sever all rental and business with the state. Right. But
okay, all right, let's listen.
Monroe, I did nothing wrong. In a Guardian article dated July 20, 2020 by Shaliza Hassan Ali, PNM candidate for the Toko Sangre Grande constituency Roger Monroe is promising to sever all business transactions as a landlord once he is successful in the August 10th general election. PNM candidate for the Toko Sangre Grande constituency Roger Monroe shows a deed. Although he has been renting 3 properties to the state for the past 5 years, People's National Movement, PNM, candidate for Toko Sangre Grande Roger Monroe is promising to sever all business transactions as a landlord once he is successful in the August 10th general election. Monroe, 33, gave the commitment yesterday during an interview with Guardian Media at his Sangre Grande office, in response to an article in last Friday's Trinidad Guardian, where family members of Percy Thomas called on the police to reopen a fraud investigation into Monroe for allegedly using an expired power of attorney to withdraw $27,000 from Thomas's account 2 days after he, Thomas, died from cancer on February 7, 2015. Thomas was Monroe's grandfather. Before Thomas's passing, Monroe said his grandfather put 5 of his Sangre Grande properties, valued at $6 million, in his name. He said his grandfather's watchwords were, "He that labor shall hold the reins of power." I was the one that labored. I was very close to my grandfather. Of the 5 properties acquired, Monroe has been renting 3 buildings to the state since 2015, 2 of which are the Immigration Office and Warden's Office in Sangre Grande. Monroe said Thomas had 10 children, some of whom were recipients of properties before and after his death. Yes, a will was made. They are aware of the will. They know what the will contains. However, they want me to do otherwise, Monroe said. Maintaining he has done no wrong and his hands are clean, Monroe refused to divulge the contents of the will, which he said would be revealed after elections by his attorney. Monroe claimed he received his probate documents in June 2018. But because they were not comfortable with what they got, they refused to accept it and decided to give me a challenge for what was given to me. I sent a 4-page proposal offering sums of monies, property to these persons, and they refused. Family members, Monroe said, have been challenging him for the properties bequeathed to him. In 1998, Monroe started living with Thomas, whom he described as a taskmaster and astute businessman. However, in 2013, Monroe said Thomas became his legal guardian. Monroe said his grandfather gave him certain instructions before his death, which he carried out. One instruction was to go to the bank after his death and withdraw $27,000 from his account for burial arrangements. I had been guided by this man all my life, so I thought I was doing the right thing. Months after the funeral, Monroe said he was informed by his attorney that he had made a mistake by withdrawing the money. They, relatives, themselves, did not even know that a power of attorney dies when somebody dies. They settled that issue where I repaid the money. Monroe insisted that he did not rob his family. He said during his grandfather's illness he paid all his medical bills, which amounted to over $200,000. Monroe said the attack by the relatives in the height of the election was well orchestrated. It is politically motivated. It is rumored that persons were paid to carry about in this manner. They just wanted to be disruptive. It's just a matter of trying to destroy Roger Monroe by any means necessary, to set up lies and make false allegations and destroy him. Questioned if he used any of the rent money he received from the state in the last 5 years to fund his election campaign, Monroe said he is a businessman. PNM candidate for the Toko Sangre Grande constituency Roger Monroe with some documents clearing the air on allegations of misbehavior and fraud by relatives at his Sangre Grande campaign office, Eastern Main Road yesterday. I have other means of income. He refused to divulge how much rent he collects monthly from the state for the 3 properties he has been renting since 2015. If elected an MP, Monroe said the rental of his properties would not be a conflict of interest with the PNM government. No, it would not be a conflict of interest because my attorney has already given instructions to make arrangements as to what would be done with the properties. It would be handed over. And I would no longer have any dealings with it. Confident of victory, Monroe said he felt relieved that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stood in his defense last Friday about the war over the properties. The Prime Minister knew that I am in the clear. I do everything above board. And I am an upstanding citizen. Monroe insisted that he has nothing to hide. I have the documented facts. I am the truth and the light. Meanwhile, in a telephone interview yesterday, one of Thomas's 5 sons, Darren Thomas, told Guardian Media that Monroe was shifting the whole goalpost, and we are not on that. Thomas, who spoke on behalf of family members, insisted that the issue with Monroe has nothing to do with politics. What we are trying to do is to get the police to investigate this power of attorney. We are not trying to draw into all of that legalities with the land and the will and the deed. We are trying to draw to the attention of Mr. Gary Griffith and the fraud squad to do a proper investigation, Thomas said.
Tommy?
Yep.
You know what that sound like to me, Tommy? Pay to play. What do you think? Because
sticky,
go ahead.
I said it's a sticky situation.
Well, first of all, Tommy, why are we in 2024 in the same place that we were in 2020? When he stated that if he was to win, what would he do?
Withdraw.
And how come the media not asking these questions? Well, you know, Mr. Monroe, back in 2020, you said that your attorney had it under control and you were going to remove your name from all these properties, but you did not. What happened? Why did you change your mind? You know, I mean, Tommy boy, I pay to play as far as I'm concerned.
Country nice, boy.
Country nice. Country nice. Yeah? What's the Prime Minister excuse now?
Prime Minister, I have no problem with what's going on.
Well, you know what, though, Tommy? You know what, Tommy? You know what? We shouldn't get on Roger Monroe, you know.
Yeah, because Trinbago is renting from a government minister.
And they're renting from Faris Alwari. And ministers just get ministers' family just get contract. You know? I'm sorry, you don't have his number. I would call him, but I don't have his number. And one of the few. Let me see if I have his number in my phone. Sometimes there's numbers that show up in my phone, you know, Tommy. But Monroe, M-O-N-R-O-E. Nah, I don't have the number here. Roger Monroe.
I'll try to get a number for him.
Roger Monroe. M-O-N-R-O-E. Nah. Okay. No, I have a number for him. You know, and this is sad, eh? I have to say this. This is very sad. You know, because a promise was made. What do you say about a promise? A promise is a fool to a friend. That's what it is. A comforter, a fool?
Yeah.
All right. So that is what we get. Albert says simple. Do not question PNM people.
True.
Why you're not supposed to question them?
Because they hold you down down.
Or you're just supposed to lead them, let them do what they want to do.
Yep.
Please. I hear you.
Mm.
I hear you.
You can hear me, but you don't have to believe me.
Oh God. Yeah, Tommy, I still don't understand, man. It just seemed that things are just happening in Trinidad, boy, and it's
Yep.
like water on a dog's back, and there was no consequences, man.
Nope.
I mean, to me, they were trying to hide that money from the Auditor General.
Mm.
I mean, how else could that be? And Tommy, not only that, but it was from the Ministry of Finance. Who is the finance minister again?
Acting Prime Minister. Oh, not acting. He ain't acting no more. Finance Minister.
And with all this problem with the Auditor General report, it involves him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just conveniently, a few 100,000 missing from a sitting MP getting money from the government. How do they explain that?
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself trying to figure it out.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right. So just take that and cool it.
What else can you do?
Okay. Albert Montano said, because as a young man, when I voted PNM in the 60s, I heard Trinidad is PNM country. Capitan say he believe him. Capitan say rentals are the way walls. I want to rent some property, but PNM said no to tongue and country's approval. Capitan, you ain't know nobody. That's your problem. You ain't know nobody. You understand?
Yeah,
if you went to somebody. Huh?
I said he knows no one.
You knows no one, Capitan. You knows no one. And you knows no one and no one knows you. So you get nothing. If you know no one,
that's how the cookies crumble.
Yeah, if you knows no one and no one knows you, you get nothing. Play talk bad manners. That's how it does go. That is exactly how it goes, Capitan. You know, you had to try something, Capitan. Yeah? But Tommy, you know about cryptocurrency, right?
Yes, I'm involved with Yaz Money, which on Thursday I'm gonna set it up so we can have an interview with Yaz Money.
Okay. You know, UTC says that they want to have nothing to do with cryptocurrency, right?
Well, they would have no choice in just a little time.
So here is my editorial on that with respect to cryptocurrency and UTC. Tommy, the gang fed up on me and the editorials, you know.
They must get fed up, but it's truth to power. That's what it is.
Correct is right. Right?
Yeah, it's just they just need to be shaken a little, so they can wake up.
Yeah, and stop trying to mislead people. We have the fella yesterday talking about the Mumbai Academy in Trinidad, and he working in the government office, right? So take a listen to this.
An editorial by Professor Wall Street discussing why it may not make sense for the Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, UTC, to avoid investing in cryptocurrency.
Why
The
is there an
Trinidad and
echo?
Tobago Unit Trust Corporation's.
Say that again.
There's an echo going on that kind of annoys good listening.
All right, let me try something.
But I noticed once you have us on the side, it echoes, and once you just
Let me move you from by this side. Let me move you. Let me move you from this side. Let me move us from this side.
An editorial by Professor Wall Street discussing why it may not make sense for the Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation, UTC, to avoid investing in cryptocurrency. The Trinidad and Tobago Unit Trust Corporation's UTC decision to steer clear of cryptocurrency investments, as articulated by Executive Director Nigel Edwards, has been met with both nods of approval and raised eyebrows. While the cautionary approach towards the volatile crypto market is understandable, one can't help but wonder if UTC is potentially missing out on significant opportunities. Here are 10 reasons why UTC's current stance on cryptocurrency might be worth a second thought. 1. Innovation and progress. Cryptocurrencies represent the cutting edge of financial technology. By not participating, UTC may miss out on innovative developments that could shape the future of finance. 2. Diversification. Cryptocurrency can offer diversification benefits to an investment portfolio, potentially reducing risk and improving returns over the long term. 3. Attracting younger investors. Engaging with cryptocurrencies could make UTC more relevant to younger generations who are increasingly interested in digital assets. 4. High return potential. Despite their volatility, cryptocurrencies have shown the potential for high returns, which could be beneficial for UTC's growth objectives. 5. Global trend. Many global institutions are adding cryptocurrencies to their portfolios, suggesting a growing institutional confidence in the asset class. 6. Blockchain benefits. Investing in cryptocurrencies could also mean investing in blockchain technology, which has numerous applications beyond digital currencies. 7. Enhanced liquidity. Cryptocurrencies offer high liquidity, allowing for quick and easy transactions without the need for traditional intermediaries. 8. Market resilience. The crypto market has shown resilience, bouncing back from various downturns and continuing to attract investment. 9. Regulatory progress. As regulatory frameworks around cryptocurrencies improve, the risks associated with investing in them are likely to decrease. 10. Cost reduction. Utilizing cryptocurrencies for certain transactions could reduce costs, such as those associated with cross-border payments. In conclusion, while the volatility of cryptocurrencies is a valid concern, the potential benefits and opportunities they present could make them a worthwhile addition to UTC's investment strategy. It may be prudent for UTC to consider a measured entry into the cryptocurrency market to capitalize on these advantages while managing the associated risks.
No audio.
Yeah, we get it. I got it. Yeah. I think, Tommy, you're gonna have your people, someone from who are you gonna?
Yaz Money. We're gonna talk about Yaz Money on Thursday. This Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna have 2 persons from Yaz Money come in to discuss with us how the crypto works.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that when I saw that article, I was somewhat surprised that UTC are not trying to innovate and that they could be left behind. You know, at least do it on a small scale. You know.
You see, but what we have now is that especially with this new money or current crypto, we have the African continent able to back cryptocurrency with gold.
Yeah, correct. Yes, I mean, I didn't you hear one of the reasons why Uber left Trinidad? Two big reasons: innovation and crime.
Yep.
Right. So it doesn't seem like if we are truly interested in innovating. You know what I think what we're interested in doing, Tommy, is to recycle things that we have already done. For example, our next cricket academy. Recycle things that we already done. But Tommy, I just said that I want to go solo. I want to do a ad hoc editorial on something.
Go ahead.
So give me a minute. I want to do an ad hoc editorial. And so folks, I'm going to do an ad hoc editorial because I had meant to do this and I wasn't able to do it. And this editorial is for the 70 to 80% of black people that voted for the PNM in the last election. Now, recently, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Rowley, made a trip to Ghana and then on to India. And on return from those trips, we didn't hear anything about Ghana and cocoa, right? Because Ghana is very famous also for cocoa, as well as Trinidad and Tobago. We heard more about going to India and dealing with this wealthy Indian businessman and creating another cricket academy in Trinidad and Tobago. In order to create that cricket academy, you will have to take away approximately 30 acres of land from a black institution in Trinidad and Tobago, an iconic institution, Pan Trinbago. Now, I thought about it and I said to myself, if we have a cultural institution there on the highway, when people are traveling from Piaco Airport and have to pass there, they could stop in and spend some US dollars, FDI, right? We're getting money coming into the country through cultural tourism. And the thing about it, Tommy, I have to tell you the truth, boy. Instead of the black PNM people standing up and saying, no, that is unacceptable for you to take away land from black people and give it to a wealthy businessman is unacceptable. And put you in Port of Spain where you got a building. You know them defending that, boy?
You know, what's even worse, the money that they spent on that zoo, that should have been put into, invested into Pan Trinbago's infrastructure to help set up that space there, to have a Pan museum, a true independent Pan museum that is a Pan museum built for the Pan, set up with adequate space, parking lot, open air space, all the amenities that would make it a perfect spot for a Pan, not just academy, but a Pan museum, a Pan center, a steel Pan center.
Yeah, a cultural center, a cultural Pan center.
Yeah.
Right, Tommy? So let me continue, Tommy. And Tommy, all we heard from the black people in Trinidad and Tobago, the black PNM people, is defending, like they're playing for the Soca Warriors. All they're doing is defending. Yeah, the Prime Minister gave him a building in Port of Spain, a 2-story building. Land is the basis of everything. Black people in Trinidad and Tobago, black PNM people, have a problem that the Prime Minister, who he stated could be the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, his words, not mine, taking away land from black people to give to a wealthy businessman. Right? They're defending that. Secondly, Tommy, the Emancipation Support Committee, they have no land. None. Last 9 years, they couldn't even get an acre of land, a half an acre of land from this government with a black prime minister. And the black PNM people have nothing to say. They're silent. The Sugar Aloes song, not one word. They have nothing to say. They're quiet. Why are they quiet? Just to defend your party? Look at all, and I'm saying all, Let me not say all. Most of the socio-economic factors in Trinidad and Tobago, black people are the bottom of that ladder. Black people are the bottom of that ladder. And I could guarantee you, most of them support the PNM with a black prime minister. Why is that? You're taking away land from black people to give to a wealthy person, right? And then you ain't giving the next organization any land, right? And that same organization, U.S. Prime Minister changed the name from Emancipation Day to African Emancipation Day. And you ain't even consider them. You ain't even had a discussion with them. You went to Ghana, you couldn't think about taking one of them with you to Ghana. Maybe they could do some cultural tourism, some cultural exchange. None. What's wrong with the 70 to 80% of black people that support the PNM? What's wrong with you all? Something had to be wrong. Something wrong. You put your vote in the PNM voter bank. They get elected. And as soon as they get elected, they turn their backs on you. And that you okay with that?
Ring your bell, Mr. Man. You gotta get a bell in the studio.
You gotta get a bell. Why is that, black PNM people? Why is that? Why? Why all you need to suffer peacefully and defend by any means necessary? Why is that? Black people in Trinidad and Tobago, black PNM people, the 70 to 80% that supports the PNM, all you need to wake up, I'm not telling all you, most of all you go want to stay supporting, but all you stand for something now. Dr. Claude Anderson says, a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Let me repeat that. Dr. Claude Anderson says, a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. There you have it. I had to do that, Tommy. I had meant to do it in a while, but it just seemed that we okay with mediocrity. We fine with mediocrity. We don't have no problem. Yeah?
Yeah, it pains me that they can find money for this, that, and the other thing, but not to develop the Pan Heritage and Academy and Pan Museum and Pan facilities. Because it will be creating a business.
It's a business, Tommy, and people come in. Tommy, that is a prime location right there.
And you have a lot of local tourism to educate the children on Pan.
Now you could have things 365 days out of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
And just like in Brazil, maybe every Thursday or every Friday, you have
that's something.
Yeah, so locals look forward to going there. It's a safe setup, you know. You have a different band work from weekend to we have one weekend is this band, next weekend is that band. So something always going on.
Always. So Hailey says crypto can take all your money with one job. Hailey, you could lose all your money with that stock too. You could, Ali, you see, if you are going to invest, Tommy, there's always some risk reward, right?
Of course, but we're getting to the point where crypto is around long enough now, where we are learning how to present it in a better mode than when it first came in and into the space.
Yeah. And Tommy, there is another thing. You know, Tommy, I have to do these statistics. I don't know what percentage of black people invest in the stock market. I would like to find that out because it seems that we are not risk averse. We feel. Let's see this call. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Ansem. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. So, Mr. Ansem, you know, I don't really like to get into the nitty-gritty too much there with certain things there, but I had to say one thing, you know. So, let me analyze it, right? When these YouTubers and them come and do their videos, right? All the youths and them with the guns and all of that, stating opportunity and lack of the government. But they put themselves in a position that they can't come out the community to come and vote for change. And they put other people in that same position that they can't come out the community for change, vote for change. So that is just like just like with the PNM doing, all the money that is being spent, right? There's just recurring expenditures for all these people and them as managers and have 5 managers here. And this man have 5 portfolio, and this man and collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and yet the country still no progress, but we still pay them every month. Most of the expenditures go recurring expenditure, and wherever they have to pay for Maduro and all of them. You see, people just ask for change, and people just want change, but they have to ask themselves, we in Trinidad is program, Carnival, Borody, Easter, it's embedded in our minds. So if you come now and you say, all right, every month you're gonna have pan. Every month you're gonna have pan. The first month gonna have 20 people, full. The second month gonna have full. The third month gonna be full, but the fourth month, half. And it's because we embedded in a certain time in our life, Carnival, Easter, so the August holidays, Christmas, and this is how we body program for Borody and all of that. And when they had a stink and dirty fit and this is where the culture and embedded, and this is what we teaching the young ones. And now, if you look at it, you know, and you go look at some of them parties on the streets and all of that, you see a lot of younger and younger people outside. When I was 16 years old and 17 years old, I couldn't be out in the street drinking punching. But now it's a normal thing, and everybody go ball, yeah. And then they're looking at a little 14-year-old winding up on a big woman, and everybody videotaping it and everybody clapping, because that is where the culture is, that is where we learning now, and that is where we end up. You see, if we do not focus on young people from primary school age to change and to break this cycle, because let me tell you something, Trinidad have shackles still now, but some of the shackles red and some of the shackles yellow, because you can say wherever you want to say they'll vote for PNM, and you can say wherever you want to say they'll vote for UNC. But we know it's only 2 parties, and if UNC did 100% better than PNM in the short time that they had. This is another thing. All the corruption that in UNC is the own people who come out and speak behind the back, no loyalty. And that's what we do have in Trinidad. Because let me tell you something, everybody will be saying about illegal quarrying and things, but if you could go and get a truckload of sand, a truckload of gravel for less than 500, you're doing it, Once you're in a position and you're driving a BMW or Mercedes-Benz or a nice SUV, you don't care if the culture don't go nowhere, but you know you drive.
Yeah, man. We gotta
So
go
I
for the
look on
break.
and listen,
Yeah, man.
and thank you very much.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Folks, we're gonna go for the break. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting, you know. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up in parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. You're someone like some goats when they come looking for votes. Fit the empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up in the parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.
We are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walshy, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Albert Montano says, Walton Walker says the Balize blind them. Albert Montano says Donald Granado was the first MP for Laventille, and then he was sent to England as High Commissioner. Next was Wilton Hines, who I got to know very well. Yeah, I knew Hines very, very well. I knew Wilton Hines very well. I remember that like yesterday. Yeah, he was a representative for Chumakak. I remember. Yeah, my mom voting for him. Yeah, think it's easy. But Tommy, I just think we just continue to spin top in mud, and we I don't know if we want change, or if we want
Exchange.
exchange. I don't know what we want. I don't know. I think maybe, Tommy, that this is when the prime minister says that he have no problem making the rich richer so they could help the poor. This is a video from Hardcore News. Take a listen.
Carib Brewery's expansion into the Ghanaian market, announced by Adrian Sabgar, highlights how conglomerates prioritize profits while the poor face stagnating economic prospects. The government's facilitation of such ventures caters to the wealthy elite, exacerbating economic disparities and neglecting the needs of impoverished communities. A businessman has no place in governing a country because they primarily secure their own interests, a reality starkly illustrated by recent events in Trinidad and Tobago. This disparity is further highlighted by the recent extrajudicial killings of 4 men by police in Upper St. Michael's Road, St. Augustine. The TTPS's failure to provide clear details about the deceased underscores a lack of transparency and accountability in law enforcement. Such actions reflect poor governance influenced by business interests, which neglects critical societal issues like crime and justice, leaving the public in the dark. The role of the media, controlled by the top 1%, compounds this issue by failing to scrutinize and report comprehensively on critical events. The media's silence on the police killings and the controlled narrative around Carib's expansion reflect a system that marginalizes the poor and avoids accountability. This media control perpetuates a cycle where the rich get richer while the poor struggle for basic opportunities. As Carib Brewery advances its international ambitions, the stark reality remains. The wealthy thrive at the expense of the poor. The government's role in this cycle of inequality is evident, as it creates avenues for the wealthy to amass greater fortunes, while ignoring issues like police accountability and poverty. This underscores the need for governance that prioritizes the welfare of all citizens, not just the interests of a privileged few. Dave Rodriguez, HCN News.
And when we talk about making the rich richer so you could keep the poor poor, that's what we're talking about there. Yeah? Albert says Wilton Hines made all effort to do all for Laventille, but he never got the support from Dr. Craig Williams to make plenty improvement in Laventille. He did a few things, you know. I mean, we used to get the building painted like every 5 years, Tommy. And we used to get things done in Laventille. The crime fella vexed the big fish, them going up Laventille and showing the world gang life in Trinidad. He hot up politicians and friends' business spot. Yeah. Any shooting in Ontario where police is involved is investigated by the SIU, which is totally independent. You know, Tommy, it just seemed that I don't know, boy.
Yeah, but Chris asked some good questions, and I suspect it would have gone over a lot of heads. He particularly emphasized the fact that the officers are not wearing the body cams, especially when it's most needed, at the most critical juncture, where they are quote unquote under fire and have to return fire to kill.
Yeah, and I think, Tommy, they will listen to him, because he has gotten big in Trinidad, man.
And He got much more people in the world paying attention to what's going on.
Correct is right. Yeah. And so there was a statement made by opposition leader Kamla Prasad Bissessa that Imbut should end the sham probe into the Auditor General's report. Let's take a listen to that.
Opposition leader Kamla Prasad Bissessa, Imbut must end sham probe into Auditor General now. I note with deep concern the latest dangerous attack on the Auditor General, Mrs. Jaiwandi Ramdas, by Finance Minister Colm Imbut via his statement in the House of Representatives on the May 24, 2024. Imbut's startling comments represent his unnecessary and highly questionable perpetuation of the damaging fiasco that has emerged due to his initial refusal to lay the Auditor General's 2023 report in Parliament on April 26, 2024, as per his constitutional duty. The 2023 report notably points to the government's shocking inability to account for $2.6 billion in revenue and several other alarming fiscal discrepancies. The Auditor General has also contended that the Finance Ministry attempted to backdate its financial statements, prompting Imbut to questionably appoint a team to probe this damning contention. The fact is that this entire imbroglio has its genesis in the Finance Ministry's incompetence and negligence, and Imbut's questionable facilitation of the same. Had the official submitted the correct accounts within the statutory deadline, none of this would have happened. The Auditor General was simply doing her job according to best practice. Now, the matter is before the courts in an unprecedented battle between the independent office of the Auditor General and the government in the persons of Imbut and Attorney General Reginald Armour. In these circumstances, Imbut's self-serving statements, made under the cover of parliamentary privilege, can only be described as a case of the minister being judge, jury, and executioner. Further, his targeted attack on the Auditor General's character and independence constitutes a dangerous abuse of parliamentary privilege and borders on a breach of the Subuta Standing Order. Ironically, Imbut's misuse of parliamentary privilege overshadowed his self-appointed investigative team, given that he articulated his biased views and conclusions while the team is still conducting its probe and yet to deliver its findings. By Imbut's own actions, he has effectively diminished the relevance and credibility of this team, and deeply compromised its investigation. From his statement, it can be reasonably inferred that Imbut is dictating the team's pace and practically signaling what they should find and write, has breached the Auditor General's right to due process and a fair hearing, has prematurely made a public pronouncement on the matter in a desperate attempt to deflect attention from the colossal errors made by his ministry, has seriously diminished the government's credibility. Indeed, Imbut's latest statement once more confirms that this investigation is a sham, since he has now pronounced on every facet of the purported investigation. When the report is completed, it will be submitted to Imbut. Yet, having already demonstrated his bias against the Auditor General, its findings can effectively be dismissed as tainted and consequently declared null and void. Notably, the revenue and backdating discrepancies are not the only damning elements of the Auditor General's 2023 report. Some of what they did not want you to know when they did not lay the report on April 26, 2024. As I have been pointing out in the past month, the report shows that the government has spent billions of taxpayers' money, which they could not account for. There are details about questionable payments, suspicious contracts, a lack of supporting documents, and non-existent trading companies in the state's accounting practices. The report notes that the Ministry of Finance spent over $386 million without supporting documentation for the last fiscal year, representing more than a third of the total sum not properly accounted for. Other findings include non-compliance with legal requirements, rules and regulations, and other directives, weaknesses in systems of internal control, improper maintenance of accounting books and records, and breach of rights under Section 116(2) of the Constitution for the Auditor General or the authorized persons to have access to all books, records, returns, and other documents relating to the public accounts. Treasury Division made 17 payments totaling $27,173,786.13, where check numbers were not seen recorded in the payment vouchers, and 8 instances where check numbers were not entered on the schedule of accounts. Check numbers were incorrectly recorded on the payment vouchers and schedule of accounts for 65 payments totaling $227,920,704.96. Government's $73 million spending on a fiscal incentive program that cannot be accounted for. $24.7 million was spent on contracting services without supporting documents. The Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, spent $6.3 million and cannot account for it. TT Post collected $74,581,487.50 on behalf of the Ministry of Works and Transport via the fixed penalty traffic ticketing system, but could not account for it. Absence of a contract valued at over $34 million at the judiciary. A government MP is being paid about $752,000 for the rental of a building. And much more. In light of these damning facts, Imbert cannot continue to say that he is awaiting the findings of a biased investigation. Imbert and the government, by extension, must, therefore, immediately end their calculated harassment, personal attacks, and hounding of the Auditor General and allow her to carry out her duties and functions independently, as mandated by the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago. Further, Imbert must immediately end this political charade and stop this so-called, now highly compromised, self-commissioned investigation into the Auditor General. Failure to do so will undoubtedly perpetuate a dangerous imbroglio that has the potential to destabilize Trinidad and Tobago's already fragile economy and global economic reputation to the point of deleterious collapse.
Well, Tommy, what can I say, man?
Games. The game is different.
Oh boy, I don't know what to say.
It's all gamesmanship, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a case of where I find you to be doing something wrong, and you are trying to make sure that I don't highlight it, so you launch an attack on me.
For me, I'm starting to sound like if I stammer in a car, figure out what I want to say. It just seems to be never ending, man.
No, it's never ending. It's definitely never ending.
It just seems to be every single day. It's like, I mean, could it be one distraction after another?
Absolutely.
Could it be to throw us off, Tommy? For us to leave issues?
That's all it is. Diversionary tactics.
Well, it must be working.
It sure is, because guess what? Most of the supporters are believing.
Yeah, boy.
Most people don't even have the right picture. Whatever the directorate is trying to get across, that's what they eat, and that's what they sleep in, that's what they're drinking.
You know, somebody, I sent the let me see, what's the name again, boy? Yeah, Mr. Florida. Hello? Yeah.
Hey, good evening again, Mr. Hansen. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. So, Mr. Tommy, you make a great point there. This is the thing. If Trinidad schools was digitalized, then everything that the teacher is teaching the kids and them, they could fact check it. And they could expand on what the teacher is teaching. Because in a textbook, it is written different than when you have 10 different search engines. When you search Google, you get 10 different things. So you broaden your thought, you broaden what your response will be, you broaden what you're going to write, and they're just watching something from a book. And this is what we need in Trinidad. But they had it. Think about it. They had it kids was getting laptops, increase in pension. A lot of young girls make little mistakes and whatever, have kids when they are young age, they was getting $500 a month to help them. Programs there to help you educate yourself, school feeding, minimum wage increase, and they vote against it. So sometimes you just have to sit down and ask yourself, with this 9 years with the PNM, what they really want? What do these PNM supporters and voters really want? So I'll look on and listen.
Yeah, man. What they want?
Thank you very much.
I think at the end of the day, Tommy, like one person that said, a young lady said, all I want is me to get me my house, and I know what I have to do. You understand? She get a house, she good to go. She happy with that. She will vote for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's hope she can pay for the house.
No, she ain't worrying about that. She just want the house. She will worry about that later. You know what I mean? She don't know when if she can afford the house. Or she want to know she get a house from the PNM. The PNM get them a house. PNM get she a house. You know what they said to me? Is the PNM get people free education in Trinidad, you know? That's what they said. You understand? So when you get in power as a government, you're not supposed to do things to uplift the people. What is a government purpose? What is the purpose of a government? To enrich rich businessmen? That's the purpose? What is the purpose? It seems in Trinidad and Tobago, the purpose is to enrich wealthy businessmen. Because if you take in Sabga and someone called to Ghana, you know, I mean, KFC.
Hola.
I ain't see it on anything KFC happen. You know?
Long as you ain't see thing down there?
Yeah, I ain't see any star, you know. Yeah, the star launch, man.
I ain't got no transport to go down there. I was taking a 7 I'll taking you here.
How Kingsley get transport? Yeah.
Yeah. You know, tonight I take any service which you know, so you know a big problem now. To do a survey. And I send plenty young ladies right now. They have no money to buy pad.
They have no money to buy pad?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said to young ladies, they do a survey now.
So what are they doing?
I was so sad that it's going on in the country right now.
So what are you using in substitute for that?
Huh?
What are you using in substitute? What's the substitute? If they have no pad, how do you use something?
Well, I can look up here. I was saying some rags and things. rags back in the plane.
Oh God.
And sell some rag and things. Because they have no money to buy no pad.
Man, that's crazy.
I'll break it up. I'll call you back.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, Tommy boy. Caribbean Soul, welcome. Capitan says, build house in East Tobago and let's move Sealots, Snake Valley, Scorpion Hill, Angolan to East Tobago. You know how long Capitan saying that? You think them people want to move there? Joan, welcome. You think them people want to move there? You think
the Tobagonians gonna welcome them?
No. They Tobagonians don't want them there. Them don't want that there. But you see, we just believe that it's only bad things that's come out of Sealat. But listen to this young girl here in Sealat.
Yeah? Now you're the star right now. Mommy's off camera. So how long does it take you to do one whole strip?
Less than a minute.
A minute? Is she doing a good job?
Good.
She's good? Okay. So what do you want to do in the future? You want to have a big shop with 100 people working for you?
Yeah.
I like that. That's something very positive. I'm watching in amazement. You know, I have a daughter. She said, Daddy, braid my hair. I have no idea how to do this. But you're doing it with your eyes closed. What's your name?
Deja.
Say one more time.
Deja.
Deja. Incredible, Deja. Keep working.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. When I come back in a few years, I want to see a big shop with your face on the outside.
Okay.
You have a positive, tell the whole world is watching this. Share a positive message with the world.
Thank you.
Put you on the spot.
I don't really have anything to say, but
you're fashionable.
Anything that you're afraid to do, just put your mind on it and keep on doing it until you get it.
Man, you see? That's why I asked children. I put her on the spot. She didn't know I was going to ask that question. I knew she was going to say something brilliant. Guys, if you want to do something in this world, put your mind to it and do it. Look at that. Not only braiding, put in the extensions in as well. Mom's smart. Your mom?
Yeah.
See? Tell you how to do it.
Wow.
She from Sealands. See, we need to see more of that.
She don't even look like she's a teenager yet.
Nah, she ain't look like that yet, you know. But she already doing what she had to do, you know. Survival, you know. She could be an entrepreneur, have her own store, make her own money. She ain't not gonna work for nobody. That's what they should be teaching them kids and them, boy.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy, here is Chris visit to Belmont.
There were tremendous walker in shops, dog.
Okay.
And then he just sweating normal.
Through violence, he passed away?
Right. Then them just sweating normal, dog.
How long ago did he pass away?
How much years now, dog, dead?
So you feel like you're protecting them?
Of course.
Yeah. But explain that. A lot of people...
It's really looking up at now.
A lot of people around the world won't get this.
These the elders really looking up at. Look at how much youths. We would think for them.
But for example, if you weren't here with a weapon, what would happen to this community?
Well, other men and things to feel they could come in and put them under the order.
Oh. Yeah.
You know?
Oh. Yeah.
Other than that Christmas, we want food for the youths.
Yeah.
It have plenty youths. That nothing. We's the only hope.
You know what I noticed? The kids don't look like they have a worry in the world. They're not thinking about nothing.
No.
They're just kids having fun.
We are them happy, so.
Yeah.
You see, they could come out and play football.
Yeah.
And keep going on, war going on.
Yeah.
But they're not safe.
Up upper side, northeast. Well, I believe more west side. More west and north side, dog. Have it real hard, dog. But I ain't gonna lie, boy. Have it real hard, dog. I never know Belmont and up on Sarawak. Well, I know Sarawak, but I never know up Belmont and thing was so in the dog. I swear to God, dog.
I mean, boy, as that fella say, boy, it's a sad place. It's a sad place.
That Christmas came in.
Yeah, he opening a lot of eyes. He have done a great job. To be honest with you. And I think the good thing about it is that Tommy, if he could go into them places, how come the police can't go into them places? Yeah, KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. It's a very Christmas Thursday.
Yeah.
We went up in Belmont and that young lady into that day. She's about 8 years old, Mr. Washington.
8? She's 8?
Yeah, she's from on my side only.
Wow.
But the Sunday video I see down on the train line down there, boy. We I was to create around on YouTube yesterday. We saw down there, boy. Who got to and see that down on the train line down there?
The train line is way. The train line is way down in
Marbella.
Who constituted that, boy? I know that.
That's Alwari.
Alwari?
Why down there, red boy. I think we live in the mining docks and all kind of thing. And like the government look at them all money to do to do some planting up and thing in there.
KFC, it seemed like
show that video.
It seemed like
Huh?
most of the constituencies have a gang, boy. Have about 2 or 3 gangs. It seemed like what is it? Is it does the constituency down in Caroni and thing to a gang? And penal and thing? I don't know, I'm asking.
Yeah, them are the gang, but
Them are gang too?
Them gangers are fighting one another, kill one another, you know. You know, them only fight for land and property, you know. We got our gang just kill one another for nothing.
That's why it seemed to happen, boy. You know, understand?
Yeah.
And it seemed like
them ain't fighting for nothing. Them just kill out one another. That's 6 and 7 thing.
Yeah, but
What should realize that? But majority of them places, they must pay and them stronghold too. The road need paving, the train need. But you see down in that trailer down the watch, I bought and all that stuff, and down there that pay and them stronghold, eh? You have to understand.
Yeah, man. And Tommy, when I talk about black thing, you know what I say? All what you want to talk about is black this and black that. Eh? All you ain't talking about it. All you're not talking about it. So who you want to talk about it? All you can't, or not all you can't. All you don't want to talk about it. Yeah? Enjoy welcome. Capitan said the broken windows theory. We talk about that many, many times. We tired talk about that. Let's empower East-Port of Spain. Who? Under who? Capitan said there's no gangs in Caroni East. Move Dry River, Mango Rose. But I just feel that I 9 years, Tommy, and it has gotten worse. It's not like, yeah, you could see light at the end of the tunnel, you know.
You see, you have to realize something, you know. If you have a program in place, it has to play out until it comes to the end. And what's going to happen is that part of the country is just going to be in a state of disarray and disruption until it's cleared out altogether and rebuilt and gentrified. And that's all our prescription for gentrification that we see at work here. We have to face it, you know. 10 years, 20 years from now, that's what we would see, you know. I'm not sure if God is gonna keep me that long to see that, but I know 15, 20 years from now, that whole place is gonna be gentrified because it's gonna be so unstable that eventually anybody who rise and start to do good is gonna just move out of there.
But tell me, boy, it's kind of scary, boy. I wonder what them the fellas is doing in night. When the night time come, what do they do?
I don't know. It's their pillow must be the weapon.
Yeah, but when the night, yeah, I mean, does people still be outside garden, or do they have like a 24/7 shift where man garden just in case man come up with counting? It just ain't making sense, man.
Well, guess what? They had to have some kind of security apparatus in place. God knows.
Take a listen to this.
My contention is all kids have tremendous talents, and we squander them pretty ruthlessly. I had a great story recently, I love telling it, of a little girl who was in a drawing lesson. She was 6, and she was at the back drawing, and the teacher said this little girl hardly ever paid attention. And in this drawing lesson, she did. And the teacher was fascinated. She went over to her, and she said, "What are you drawing?" And the girl said, "I'm drawing a picture of God." And the teacher said, "But nobody knows what God looks like." And the girl said, "They will in a minute." kids will take a chance. You know, if they don't know, they'll have a go. Am I right? They're not frightened of being wrong. Now, I don't mean to say that being wrong is the same thing as being creative. What we do know is, if you're not prepared to be wrong, you'll never come up with anything original. If you're not prepared to be wrong. And by the time they get to be adults, most kids have lost that capacity. They have become frightened of being wrong. And we run our companies this, by the way. We stigmatize mistakes. And we're now running national education systems where mistakes are the worst thing you can make. And the result is that we are educating people out of their creative capacities. If you think of it, the whole system of public education around the world is a protracted process of university entrance. And the consequence is that many highly talented, brilliant, creative people think they're not, because the thing they were good at school wasn't valued or was actually stigmatized. And I think we can't afford to go on that way. Picasso once said this. He said that all children are born artists. The problem is to remain an artist as we grow up. I believe this passionately, that we don't grow into creativity, we grow out of it. Or rather, we get educated out of it. We have to be careful now that we use this gift wisely, and the only way we'll do it is by seeing our creative capacities for the richness they are, and seeing our children for the hope that they are. And our task is to educate their whole being so they can face this future. By the way, we may not see this future, but they will. And our job is to help them make something of it.
So, you know, we have to start facing the issues, Tommy, of starting in, what is kindergarten in Trinidad?
Kindergarten all over the world.
Yeah, kindergarten in Trinidad too?
Absolutely.
Malachi Smith, welcome. Hailey says, Burkina Faso government bought 400 farm tractors for the country to provide its own food instead of a new car. That's transformational. You know, as you say, Burkina Faso, I had a video here on Burkina Faso. You know, these things are one thing just trigger our next thing. Let me see something here. I had a video. Here we go. There we go.
Have you ever observed that no matter how bad the economy is, the salaries of politicians, including their ridiculous allowances, are always intact? But in an ideal nation, politicians are not supposed to earn exorbitant salaries when the majority of the citizens are struggling to make ends meet, because they are servants of the people. This is why the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Traoré, recently announced in an interview that plans have been set in place to reduce the salary of Burkinabe politicians. Speaking at the interview, Captain Traoré first expressed his concern regarding the exorbitant salary and allowances paid by the state to certain public servants and executives in the country. He noted that this practice should be denounced and emphasized that it would no longer be tolerated in his administration. According to Traoré, it is unfair for a few people to earn millions of CFA franc as salaries every month, while a large number of people in the society are struggling to afford even the basic necessities of life, such as food and clean drinking water. He further stated that it's not just a matter of reducing the salaries of certain politicians, but correcting the whole system to ensure that there is a balance. He emphasized that everything needs to be based on a principle, and that it is time to correct the imbalance in the system. As a result, some people will see a decrease in their salary, while others may see an increase, but they should accept it in good faith, because it is for the greater good, and it will create a balance. He also pointed out that everyone needs to contribute for the good of the country, so those whose salaries have been cut should see it as their own contribution to the growth of the country. He further highlighted that those in the villages need basic necessities such as good roads, health centers, and clean drinking water. So, the country must give this a priority instead of dishing out money every month to pay a group of people exorbitant salaries. This is the balance that Captain Traoré was referring to. What an unconventional leader. Traoré's actions since he came to power show that he is indeed different from the African politicians we have today. How many African presidents have come out to say that there is a need to create a balance and correct the income inequality highly prevalent in the country, whereby those at the top earn millions for sitting down and saying yay and nay, while those at the bottom who do the work earn peanuts? The answer is very few. The most notable leader who has carried out such action is Thomas Sankara, former president of Burkina Faso. When Thomas Sankara assumed power, he sold off the government's fleet of Mercedes cars and made the cheapest car at the time, the Renault 5, the official vehicle of government officials. He also reduced the salaries of politicians at the top, including his own, and banned the use of first-class airline tickets.
You think that could ever happen in Trinidad, Tommy? You think we that innovative, Tommy? Huh?
I want to reserve my comments.
You want to reserve it? No, yeah. It's no other comment, self. Yeah. Highly says Chario is the blueprint Trinidad and Tobago needs. You know, Tommy, you know it's funny, yeah? You know it's funny, right? It seems like sometimes we have a kind of a synergy with people in the chat because they just come up with something and somehow many of the times we just ask something, right, with respect to what they are saying, right? So, I mean, I've had that video sitting there. We have had that video sitting there for some time, you know, and then highly raises Burkina Faso. And, you know, you could see that, I mean, and it's my understanding that he's not going to run for re-election.
No, he's not.
So think about that, Tommy. That is what you call a leader, you know. Right?
What he's just trying to do is set the country on the right path.
Tommy, I ain't laughing at what you're saying, but can we get someone to set Trinidad and Tobago on the right path?
It would take the same kind of a trajectory, military coup and all of that.
We had to go to that extreme, Tommy?
That's how he was able to get power.
Yeah, but Trinidad 1.5 million people, man. Small. I mean, what is the population of Burkina Faso? Hey Siri, what is the population of Burkina Faso?
As of 2023, the population of Burkina Faso was 22,489,126.
You hear that?
That's why it should be easier to get Trinidad online because it's only 1.5.
Exactly. That is exactly the point. You know, when you compare us to them, I mean, it should be a walk in the park, man. It should be easy.
Yeah, but you need some leadership that have the gumption to do what's needed, even if it means taking military action.
I mean,
I mean, I'm not advocating that, but I'm telling you that sometimes that's what it takes to get it done. Because nobody's interested in changing the constitution.
I have to say, Tommy, that Prime Minister Rowley have failed the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
You see that I cannot show.
No, it you know, I honestly thought that.
The thing is that regardless of who you put, they're gonna keep failing the people. Just think about what I'm saying. Because it's a system that they're working with that is flawed.
I don't want to believe that.
I think you better believe it.
No, I don't want to believe it.
I think you better believe it. The other day I was listening to Vanessa James, and that brought me even in a stronger position of believing that it's the system that's the problem.
Malachi Smith says, 1986 repeat under this RPM government coming in 2025.
86 was NAR.
Yeah, 1986 was NAR. 33-3. Malachi, boy. I don't have a problem seeing that. But I don't think so, boy.
I think if the people really realize and insist that they change the playbook, and maybe the only way they can get them to change the playbook is to do something like that, something extreme like that. After they execute that program and get them enough persons to change the playbook, they have to insist that the playbook is the first thing that's addressed. Because the constitutional reform hearings and exercise, and it's only a bunch of crap. They know they're not serious. Consultation for constitutional reform, and they're not serious.
All them things.
They're not serious. They know that. They know they're just playing themselves.
Yeah, them is election gimmicks. Smoke and mirrors.
Exactly.
Smoke and mirrors. Let's take a listen.
I just can't understand all the boy. They always have a problem with the government.
Boy, this sounding real suspect, boy. Explain it again.
Let me explain it one more time, because this is real transparent. The finance minister himself took it upon himself to form a committee to investigate something that includes himself. So when he finished it, they will bring it back to him. So he himself will judge whether or not it's something that was done right or done wrong.
So you didn't see nothing wrong with it, just say they hot.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but say it one more time.
Let me say it one more time. The finance minister himself took it upon himself to start a committee to investigate things that he himself... Oh, gosh, I know.
All right, nice. Thanks, sir.
I just can't understand all the boy. They always have a problem with the government.
Boy, this sounding real suspect, boy. Explain it again.
Let me explain it one more time, because this is real transparent. The finance minister himself took it upon himself to form a committee to investigate something that includes himself. So when he finished it, they will bring it back to him. So he himself will judge whether or not it's something that was done right or done wrong.
So you didn't see nothing wrong with it, just say they hot.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, but say it one more time.
Let me say it one more time. The finance minister himself took it upon himself to start a committee to investigate things that he himself... Oh, gosh, I know.
All right, nice. Thanks, sir.
Tommy, I tell you, Tommy, boy, we good. We good.
We're great. We're better than good. We're great.
We splendid for us, man. Yeah, we real good. Yeah.
We're great. Good is an understatement.
Yeah, good is an understatement. Yeah. What is this? What is this thing I have here? Hold on, let me see what this is, Tommy. Here. Oh, this is Dr. Rowley 4 years ago in Ghana.
Trinidad and Tobago has been involved in the petroleum sector for over 100 years, undertaking considerable oil and gas exploration on land and shallow water.
I really want to hear that now, to be honest with you. I was 4 years ago. You know?
Well.
So, folks, put closing comments in the chat. Put your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing comments in the chat. Yeah? Put your closing comments. I think this is our Prime Minister's legacy right here.
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap, you know.
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself, right, to make the sacrifice, to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
One of the things.
But Tommy, when we go into these communities, what is the word that he just used that you hear from most of these guys?
I've heard that what he said so many times that I stopped focusing on it.
I don't know, boy. And Fox is not welcome. According to Imbert, the Minister of Finance does not prepare, declare, certify, or submit the national accounts to the Auditor General, as the national accounts are prepared, declared, certified, and submitted by the Accounting Office of the Ministry of Finance, who is the permanent secretary, and are co-signed by. You know, sometimes I wonder if Fox Exam does read what he writes, you know. Seriously. I don't know. Anyway. Highly say no wonder Ghana falling apart. Rowdy showing them how to make the rich richer. Yeah. You know, Tommy, I'm wondering, Tommy, if there is some sort of transaction that we might not know about in taking Answer McCall to Ghana. See Tommy scratching his head, but
yeah, because you have to look below the surface.
Oh God, Tommy, you're brilliant, you know. You're brilliant. I run you around Balizia house there. You cut to the chase quickly, man. You ain't waste no time.
I'm telling you.
At least they basically determine who gets job based on their sacrifice to the PNM and their rich friends. It's basically slavery. You know, we always used to play this all the time. All the time we play this. Here it is. Here it is, yeah.
I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
Absolutely.
Can't take that. When they want to stop all this humiliation, I can't take that. Wake up in the morning, more frustration, I can't take that. No, ain't taking that. So ain't taking that. Ain't taking that. So ain't taking that.
Yeah.
You know, this is my thing, folks. Put closing comments in the chat. You know, Tommy, maybe at some point in time, I used to be like Fox Islam and them.
Just maybe.
Oh God, Tommy. Oh God. just maybe, right?
Just maybe.
And certain things, Tommy, I used to only want to see it in a certain way. I didn't care what it was. I would look at it with my red sunglasses, and that's the way I'm looking at it. I have a partner, I just call him Gordon Joseph. And the fella is an intelligent fella. But when I listened to his rhetorics, I was like, wow, man.
You wonder about his intel.
Yeah, Tommy. I just be baffled sometimes. I just say, how could you get an intelligent person to think like that, boy? What it is, Tommy? There has to be something that you are able to get a person to think that way. And I say, I was in that same category.
I hear many so-called intelligent persons utterances also, and I say to myself, something is wrong, seriously wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. The election bell is going to ring next year, and we're going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Caribbean Soul. Somebody sent me that gate with how it was under the PNM, and then they show how it is under the TPP. I go show that tomorrow. We go show that tomorrow. There is something in Tobago with that gate. It's called, who sent that to me, boy? Let me see. Who's the person that sent that to me? Did I save it? Let me see. I think I may have saved it. No, I ain't save it, you know. Somebody sent it to me, but I did not save it. I gotta go in and look for it. I gotta look for it. I go look for it, Caribbean Soul. Fox Islam says, list a political party in Trinidad that create revenue for Trinidad and Tobago. The NAR, the UNC, People's Partnership, the PNM, all parties that have been power. All parties in power create revenue for Trinidad and Tobago.
All of them.
All of them. So what is he talking about? Yeah, what he says to me, list of political parties that created revenue for Trinidad and Tobago. Look.
I don't know what the point is.
That's what I'm telling you, Tommy. The intelligence of intelligent black PNM people, it is wanting, man. I'm sorry to say it is wanting. It is very wanting. Folks, put closing comments in the chat. It is wanting. And that is sad. You know, you mean to say, Tommy, that everything them do, everything, you know, is right? Everything, property tax. They tell you it was 2.7%, it was 3%. Them was defending the 2.7%, you know. How come all in asked them 1,300 million they were supposed to put in these communities? Election gimmick. Election gimmick. Yeah. You know what? I not even gonna answer that question. Tom, you see that question?
Yeah.
I not even gonna answer that. Like under the UNC, they didn't have oil and gas. They had bauxite. Yeah, that's what it is. Under the UNC, we used to export bauxite. Yeah. Maybe that's what we used to do. Under NAR too. Under NAR. Yeah, NAR too. Yeah. Them didn't have oil and gas. And we go for the break. Folks, we'll be right back. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsh. When we come back, we're going to wrap up. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington U on WZYE 95.9 FM. My closing quote is, truth is like a surgery. It hurts, but it heals. A lie is like a painkiller. It gives instant relief, but has side effects forever. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Where, Tommy?
Home is the place where when you have to go there, they have to take you in. Home is the place where when you have to go there, they have to take you in. And I know it didn't seem so in the pandemic, but home is home. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, have to become the change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe out there. See you tomorrow, God willing. Good night.
So highly closing comment is, wisdom will create the change Trinidad and Tobago needs, but the wise are few because impoverished areas are being deprived of good education. All over the world, poverty community lacks education. And Fox's closing comment is, thank God for the PNM.
Okay. And for everybody else too.
Yeah. So folks, we are out of here. We're going to go out with our a song that we have made popular. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Bye-bye.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting, you know. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the F out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. You're sounding like some goats when they come looking for votes. Sit to empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.